Your husband said that you had a connection with the victim. What did you know about her?
The two of us used to talk about plants over lunch. She was new to the neighborhood, and she wanted to grow a beautiful garden. Because of my background in plant studies, we shared good conversations. I advised her on the plants that grow best in the climate. She was well read on the subject. I can't believe she was gone too soon.
It's a terrible thing, which is why we need to figure out what happened. Mrs. Libra, what else do you know about her? Any information might help.
Well, she was into plants like me, and she liked to garden. I remember she said that she liked non-flowering plants because she thought they needed more love. She just graduated women's college in Vermont. She wanted to start her new life here, and she wanted to sell plants on Main Street.
Was there anything else other than plants?
Why, books, of course. She loved to read. And we talked about many during our chats. She was into books more grounded in science, even the ones that were fictitious. She loved to have knowledge. She was the first to read the newest works of the killer on the tramway tracks. The author put so much research into her books, and they were very realistic. I hear she studied real crime scenes, something women are usually shielded from, just so she could describe the scene realistically. It was Susanna's newest fascination, but she never wanted to be a part of a real murder scene. It was all so dreadful.
I know, ma'am. My partner and I promise that we will be able to find the killer and bring them to justice.
Hello?
Are you here to see Master Fellow?
Yes, I am, sir. Wow, I didn't know that he was rich enough to have a butler. I didn't know that he was rich at all. You know, I always considered getting a job as a butler. You have such a hard job, and you really deserve to have more recognition.
The Master requests to see you now.
Well, then lead the way, good sir.
You made it! Welcome to my home. Come in, come in!
Thanks for inviting me.
Well, of course, any fanatic of killer of tramway tracks is a friend of mine, so what should we talk about? Who's your favorite character? Who do you think did it?
Gee, it's so hard to decide which one I like best. I could say Detective Litway, but that just seems like the answer everyone else would say. He's the main character.
Just because he's popular doesn't mean he can't be a favorite. I think I'd have to say that my favorite character is Duchess Shottergreen. She's just so mysterious, and her clever personality is so fun to read about.
You sure do have a nice house, sir.
Well, I have quite the funds to afford it. I come from a long line of wealth, but none of them understand my obsession with the greatest book series ever written. They spend their money on wines and horses, but I spend my money on this.
Wow, what is this?
This is an entire replica of the observation cart in which they found the body of Sharon Rask. Everything from the lampshades to the carpet stains is exactly how the book described. Come, sit on one of the first-class benches.
Those pillows.
I made them myself. The finest silk a man can buy. Those tassels are handmade by yours truly. I had my butler read the book to me while I wove them together.
Wow. Could I use the phone, please?
Why, of course. I'll get you a drink in the meantime. Schertzen, can you lead this man to the phone?
Yes, Master.
Pick up.
Hello? Hughes speaking?
Hughes!
Joe, is that you?
Hughes, I figured it out.
I do not appreciate getting calls on my private line. Hey, how did you even get this number anyway? I never gave it to you.
I need you to come pick me up right now.
Joe, you're a full-grown man. You can handle this on your own. If you need a ride, call a cab.
Hey, Bob, what sort of drink do you want? I've got the same type of tea that they served on the Tramway Express.
No, I need the car because I don't have one, ma'am. I'm off the clock.
Joe, are you all right?
Not a tea drinker, eh? Well, how's about the cocktail? My butler makes a great one.
Just get here soon. 43rd Longway, 12th and Flag Street.
Hey, pal. So, cocktail's good? Another type of drink? I've got hot chocolate.
Stephen Thello, you're under arrest.
Let go of me, you gumshoe.
You can keep quiet, sir. I know what I saw.
You have no evidence. You can't prove squat.
Yeah, get in the car.
Joe, I thought you were off the clock.
I thought I was too, but then I noticed that the pillows at the crime scene were the same on his replica of the killer on the tramway tracks. That's why they were so familiar to me.
You don't understand. She ruins the end of the book. Weeks of waiting for a next edition, spoiled by some broad talking too loud in the library.
You killed someone over a book spoiler.
Don't sound like much. Well, then I'm sure you won't mind this. It was the Duchess short degree the whole time.
No!
Abyssinia copper.
What a crook.
Oh man, I was looking forward to reading that.
Well, Joe, you did good. Caught a criminal on your own.
Yeah, I'm sure glad I had my backup handcuffs on me.
Let's get him into the big house. Now.
Can we go for hamburgers?
Why would you need a hamburger?
I think I really deserve hamburgers. I think hamburgers would be a good idea.
Joe, I'm not buying you a hamburger.
I need a hamburger because I caught a killer all on my own, and solving crime really gives an appetite, and I really want a hamburger with onions and pickles and ketchup.
Who's there?
Just a humble butler servant. I come in peace.
Hey, what sort of deal you get in life?
Less than aces, Jack.
Hey, buddy, welcome back. Hey, drop the act. Who is it?
Can't already tell?
Barnaby Torello, you sly goon.
It's been some time, hasn't it? Hey, I've got news for the boss. Mind taking me there?
No problem. Hey, boss. Barney here says he's got news.
Yes, I do. My name is Barnaby Torello, part of the Diamonds Division. My partner Stephen Thello was arrested today. He can no longer serve the plan. The whole mansion's on a lock now, and he's out of the picture. I see you're mad, but don't worry, I've got all the goods here. It's a clean snake except for the deuce and his crazy book obsession.
Holy cats! Are those?
Jack's made out of pure gold.
Today's episode was brought to you by Sapwood Cigarettes and the Ben Lomond Creative Writing Clan. Go Scots! The script for today's episode was written by Iva Canova, and music and sound were performed by Iva Canova. The production and editing was done by Iva Canova. The role of Sloppy Joe was performed by Jeremy Parrish, and the voices for Detective Brooks and Barnaby Torello were performed by Bradley Hurst. The role of Mr. Libra was performed by Emmanuel Perez, and the role of Mrs. Libra was performed by Sadie Leth. Andrew Wills performed the role of Stephen Thello, and the voice of Detective Hughes and the announcer were performed by Iva Canova, with the Sapwood advertisement performed by Jayana Jefferson. Additional voices for this production were provided by Iva Canova, Preston Dixon, Jasper Green, TJ McDonald, and Chester Sullivan. Tune in next week for the fourth frightening adventure on The Detectives of Spruce Grove, starring Sloppy Joe and Detective Brooks. Now signing off. Good night, Spruce Grove.